In today's video, I wanted to talk about going from 10 to 100K per month. One, because I feel like a lot of you are in that position from conversations I've had with my audience, from my students, from my customers, from my clients. A lot of you are sitting around that $5,000 to $10,000 a month mark. You've maybe sold a whole suite of products. You've started to build out a little bit of a funnel. You're getting a good amount of customers in each month, and you've grown your business to that $10,000 mark. And I think there's a common misconception that if you are a content creator and you've gone from $0 to $10,000 a month, that the process of going from 10 to 20 to 50, 50 to 100 is going to look like doing more of what you've already done. If you're selling a core offer or a course, it's going to be selling more of that course. If you've got a whole suite of products, it's going to be getting more people into your lead magnets and therefore more people into your suite of products. When in reality, yes, that will get you there, but I think there is a much simpler way to get there, or an easier way to get there. Not easier, simpler is probably a better way to describe it. Simpler way to get there that a lot of you are going to have a lot more success with if you shift your business mindset towards that focus. But before I do that, if you're new to the channel and you're sitting there wondering, who is this guy and why should I listen to him? My name's Tom Noske. I'm a content creator, and over the last 2 years, I've taken my online business from $0 to $100,000 a month. And we've had months as high as $300,000. So I know what I'm doing. I've done this myself in my business. And now with this YouTube channel, I'm trying to make videos that hopefully help a number of you, or most of you, to do the same. Now, if you're watching this video and you're making $10,000 a month, you've probably got a whole suite of different products. You've probably got low ticket digital products. You might have some kind of low ticket course. You might then have your core offer, which might be a cohort or a membership or something along those lines. And it probably looks a little something like this. So you're making $10,000 a month, 10K per month, or obviously 120K per year. Now, to do this, what this probably looks like is you've got your content, which is obviously your lead gen, and then you've got a suite of 3 different products. Now, what this probably looks like, I would assume, is you've got a $20 product over here, and each month you're selling 150 of these per month. And that is making you $3,000 per month. Then for product number 2, you've got an $80 product. And this might be a low ticket course. It might be, some kind of template. It might be a whole suite of products joined together that costs $80, and you sell 40 of those per month. And with that, you're making $3,200 a month. And then you've got your $400 course, and this might be your core offer. You've got a $400 course and you sell 10 of those per month, and those 10 make you $4,000 per month. And all of that equals 10.2K per month from, what is that? 150, 190 from 200 customers per month, or 2,400 customers per year. Meaning that you have an average LTV, which is lifetime value of a customer, of $51 per customer. This is probably what a lot of your businesses look like. There's no real ascension offer. There's no real funnel. Nothing really happens after someone comes into your business, and everything is one time. So when a customer comes in, they buy something, but that usually is the last time that they'll buy something from you. And then each month you're having to make up that new 200 customers, meaning that the amount of audience you need to build and the amount of content you need to make, or the amount of views you need to be getting to maintain this business, is incredibly high. Now, it's an easy business to run. There's not a lot of personal cost. There's not a lot of one-on-one interaction. It means you can focus a lot on content. Sure, it's a easy business to run, but it is an incredibly difficult business to maintain. Now we're going to compare this to another creator who's making 100K per month, or $1.2 million a year. They might have their content, which then through the funnel, which might be a lead magnet, a webinar, a workshop, whatever it is, they then have their core offer. And that core offer is $1,500, and per month they sell 40. Now, in terms of what that looks like, maybe it's a quarterly cohort like I have in my business, and that 40 per month is actually broken up into each launch per quarter is adding up to 40 per month on average. It's not like they're selling consistently evergreen 40 per month. So over an entire year, 480 customers divided by 4 is really reasonable to do into some kind of cohort or curriculum or course that is open and close. Add a little bit of scarcity and it's reasonably easy to do. So they're making on average from this offer $60,000 a month. And then based on those customers, they then have an Ascension offer. Now, an Ascension offer just means that it's anything that your customers can buy into after they become a customer in your business. Because once someone has paid you money, it's much easier to convert them on something higher, a higher level of service. Usually this means more access to you, so more one-on-one support. It means a done for you service rather than a done with you service, or even a done yourself service. Say you're selling some kind of course that helps people do something. You can then offer a done for you service where you actually do that for them. And then those customers are paying you for you to do something quickly in their business that they don't want to do themselves. And let's say this Ascension offer is a combination of group coaching with constant or unlimited one-on-one support. And that group coaching offer costs $400 per week, or approximately $1,600 per month, because obviously not every month has 4 weeks, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm talking about. And with that $400 a week offer, they have 25 clients, of which they are making approximately $43,000 a month. Per month. Which means with this offer structure, they are making $103,000 a month from 505 customers per year. Not only that, it's 505 customers for the first year, but the second year, maybe they ascend even more people. This number jumps to 35 people. Now they're making even more money from less customers. And since that Ascension offer is going to come mostly from their customer base into their core offer, technically after a year or 2 years, that client base is now built up to the point where they're only gathering clients from their customer list, meaning they need even less customers the longer this business grows. Now, the obvious part of this is selling more expensive stuff is more difficult to do, of course. But the simplicity of this business, or the benefit of running a business like this, is that the amount of customers you need to maintain a very high level of income is much lower. And therefore you can provide a better service to the customers that you do work with. Now, just to really drill this point home, let's compare this to someone that probably isn't selling something as crazy as a $1,500 core offer into a $400 a week group coaching one-on-one offer, because that's something that's probably inaccessible to a lot of you at this point. Maybe you have a skill that's valuable, but you've not yet built up the expertise to charge something like that per month for your client. So let's say you're making content at the moment, and let's say you're making content around video editing, and you're a video editor and you want to make content online. You are working with a bunch of clients personally, but you make your own content teaching video editors to get work with content creators. That's a popular niche at the moment. It's something a lot of people are doing. My own editor makes content like this. So Kyle, if you're watching, you should probably implement this business model at some point. But let's say they have, at their first level of their offer, they obviously have their lead magnets, they have their systems, they're building their email list, they're doing all the right things. But let's say the core offer that they have is a membership. And that membership offer is $50 per month, and they have 200 people paying $50 per month, meaning that they are making $10,000 a month from this membership offer. Now, let's say this membership offer teaches people how to edit and teaches people how to cold outreach to clients. So it's a good way to learn how to do the skill, but then learn how to make money from the skill as well. So it's more valuable the longer that you stay in, because the longer you stay in, the better your skills get, the better your outreach skills get. Everything gets better over time. Now, let's say below this offer, they then have a higher level of support or a higher level of service offer where they're then helping you connect with a web of other content creators that are all looking for editors to join their business. And let's say this offer is $100 a week. And let's say they have 25 people paying this consistently. They are making $10.8K per month, meaning 225 customers a year are making them approximately $240,000 a year, which is fucking insane. So what's the point of this entire video? Why am I making this? What's the actual solution for some of you that are sitting at that $10,000 mark and you want to scale to $50,000 and $100,000 a month? I think there are three key things to get to 100K per month. I think you need to focus on these three key things. And those three key things are retention. You need to be keeping more of the customers that you gather. If you're able to sell a $50 a month membership, that $50 a month membership is actually $600 per person if you're able to keep them for the entire year. Meaning that at $50 a starting point, you're making more money per customer than this person's entire business, which immediately increases the value of your business. Not only that, but this person, in order to make the amount of money or $400, they need 10 new customers every single month. Whereas for you, you just need to get to 200 and then stay at 200. It is much easier to retain the customers that you have than it is to find new customers consistently. So retention is the number one thing you need to focus on. If you're stuck at $10,000 a month and you want to scale to 20, 40, 60, $100,000 a month, don't focus on finding new customers constantly. Focus on retaining the customers that you already have. Number two that you need to focus on is ascension. You need to be ascending the customers that you have to higher and higher levels of service. And the easiest ways to do this, or one of the easiest ways to do this, is proximity. I think people in your audience are always going to be willing to pay for higher levels of either service or proximity. Service meaning, like I've said earlier, if you're offering a done-yourself course where you teach a certain skill, could you be offering a done for you service where you do that skill or implement that system, formula, format, whatever it is into that person's business for them? Or if you have an audience that is willing and ready to pay for your time, could you be ascending them with higher levels of proximity to you? A really good example of this is if you offer some kind of cohort or curriculum or live workshop where people get an opportunity to ask you questions there, but they have no access to support outside of those calls. You could offer some kind of group offer where you have a weekly call, you've got weekly masterminds, however you want to structure it. And those calls happen every week. So yes, they've got access to you. Yes, they're getting consistent content. Yes, they're getting taught the skill. And that might be, let's say, $50 a month or $50 a week, whatever you want to charge for that. You can then add on proximity to that offer one-on-one support, whether it be voice, chat, calls, whatever you want to do, and you can suddenly charge $400, $500, $600 a week for that offer that only adds proximity to the thing that you're already providing your clients. And immediately you can ascend some of those customers to a high level of proximity or getting closer to you, because there are always going to be people in your audience that know the skill, they've already implemented the skill, but now they want your support in maintaining or continuing to grow their business. So offering that proximity is an easy way to ascend your clients higher. So focusing on ascension. And the third, and probably the most obvious in this situation, is solve bigger problems for less people. If you can find a way to solve a bigger problem for less people in your audience and charge more for solving it because it's a bigger problem that requires more input or is more valuable for the people buying it, you will make more money. The issue is if your business is based on one-time small problems, it's going to be increasingly difficult to continue to maintain the amount of money you're making. If you're making $10,000 a month from a $50 product, each month that counter starts at zero and you have to build up your clientele to the point of the previous month. And if you want to have a record-breaking month, you have to build all the way back up to the point you were before and get more. I have intimate experience with this. I had a $50,000 month from a $29 product. So I know how it feels to know or start on the first of every month and have that number hit zero and know that you have to build up everything all over again to even get the chance to break through to a new record. I know how intimidating, stressful, I know what kind of impact that has on everybody, your business, let alone your personal life, let alone your own stress and anxiety as a business owner. I know how that feels. So if you can focus on solving bigger problems for less people, then retaining more of the clients or the customers that you get and ascending them to higher and higher levels of service or proximity, you'll make more money. So if you're sitting there watching this right now and you're like, this is valuable, but how the fuck am I supposed to implement it? Homework for you is I want you to think of three things. I want you to think of an offer that you could release or an offer that you could change. If you're already selling something, what could you change about that offer? Whether it be the pricing model, whether it be the structure, whether it be the way you offer it, the delivery mechanism, whatever you want to do, what can you change about that offer to focus more on retention than gathering new clients every single time? If you're selling a course, could you put that course behind a membership and then offer something additional to make people want to stay on month to month? What can you do to change your business or your pricing system to be more focused on retention than gathering new customers every single month? Number 2, I want you to focus on what you can add above to ascend more of the customers you already have. If you look at your own business and you're like, I have a list of 1,000 customers from the last 12 months, what can you sell to those people that would offer a higher level of service or proximity to you and your business? And number 3, if you are stuck solving small problems, selling, digital assets or selling a course for a skill that's valuable but not really, what could you sell that is solving a bigger problem to a smaller group in your audience that you can charge more for doing so? If you can focus on those 3 things over the next 12 months, I promise you'll make a lot more money than you are right now.